And we're live. Hey guys, this is Wolfie, and today we are going to watch Kyle's press conference he had today, the very first one of the week. And I think his next one should be on Friday per usual. The San Francisco 49ers face the Patriots this week, so I want to save that kind of conversation for Friday, and then we'll talk about Saturday and Sunday because we'll dive into it quite a bit talking about the Patriots. So right now, let's just go ahead and stick to the press conferences and then also some locker room conversations, hearing what Brandon Ayuk has to say, Bosa, et cetera, et cetera. I have not watched those interviews yet. I haven't watched the Kyle Shanahan interview either, so this is all fresh and new to me. So if you guys have ever seen it, no spoilers. Do not spoil it for me. But and then that's all we'll do. Before we go ahead and jump into that, though, let's go ahead and update ourselves on the collective news that's happened between like Monday all the way today. So let's go ahead and do that. So as of yesterday, Greenlaw should be back mid-season via Kyle Shanahan. According to him, Dre Greenlaw is on track to come back mid-season, which is fantastic. Mid-season would be mid-November, early December, which is fantastic because he tore that shit in the Super Bowl. And hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's the same player. Well, I guess we'll find out. Same thing with Hufanga. I don't think he had the greatest game last week, but I don't think that was his fault. I think it's scheme. But I did see an article saying that Kyle Shanahan doesn't blame scheme, which I totally disagree with. But anyway, so Greenlaw should be back. Hopefully he's the same player. I'm super excited about that because we could definitely use his fire. I mean, not just his talent on the field, which is not doing very good to replicate. They're not doing a very good job replicating that energy that Dre Greenlaw brings because he is like Navarro Bowman out there. He just stud linebacker. Next news, you got Juwan Jennings. He wins FedEx Air and Ground Player of the Week. That's a little bit of a long ass title. You might want to cut that back. But Juwan Jennings wins FedEx Player of the Week. It's fantastic. Well deserved. 3 touchdowns, 10 receptions. The last player to do that was Jerry Rice. Woo woo. Bills, Panthers, and Ravens, but the Saints didn't. No, they did not. They did not win. No. You are totally correct. Welcome to the stream, that guy. That Nick's 49ers media. What up, dude? He's pissed you off today when it comes to Jacob Cowling. Well, I have not seen the interview yet, so I'll know what you're talking about soon. We're going to jump right into that, and I'll hear what you have to say. See what you have to say, what's bothering you so much. Hopefully you didn't break anything. Hopefully it didn't completely ruin your day. Hopefully it gave you content. That'd be a plus. I do apologize. I have a what's it called? I have holes right now because my throat hurts. So if my throat gives in at this, I can't talk as much or whatever later on this stream. I have to stop. Just the change of seasons, my tonsils and shit. It's just really not doing very well. So if I suddenly say, hey, I have to go, you guys know what happened. Ruined my day, but didn't break nothing. That's good. That's good. That's the bright side of things. You didn't, it didn't make you cross the line. But we'll see what he has to say. But before we jump into that, let's continue on. Brock Purdy, full go. Full go. No protection. It was just legit back soreness. Thank God. And then I guess, you know what? We'll also know in the Patriots game if he's the same player. So we still got to keep our guard up because they could be faking it. They could be like, hey, he's actually fine. But we'll see. It was full go. So that's exciting. And then after that, we got left tackle Trent. He was sick, apparently. He did not practice. I think he really needs practice. Like, he really needs it. Let's be real. And then linebacker D. Winters, ankle, same shit, different day. Did not practice. Wide receiver Debo, same thing. Calf, did not practice. Tight end George Kittle, hamstring, and he was limited. If he's limited on a Wednesday, there's a good sign that he might come back on a Sunday. So it's a good sign. It's a good sign. Brock had back soreness from having to carry the team. Yeah. I've heard that joke. You're not wrong. He is out there balling, dude. Him, Jordan Mason, Juwan Jennings, the most consistent thing on the team right now, 110%. Yeah. Who would have thunk it that the defense is really being our Achilles heel right now? Who would have thunk it? Brock Purdy. Oh, and here's another awesome fact about Brock Purdy to boost his ego a little bit. Brock Purdy has the most games with a 130-plus passer rating in their first 3 seasons in NFL history. That's my boy. That's Glock Purdy. That's Glock Purdy. That's Brock Purdy. Strawberry, welcome to the stream. Life is but a dream. So, what else we got here? We got Diamador Lenore. He messaged, not a message, but he retweeted or added, I guess is what the kids would say. He added the Rams social media team because they posted that the 49ers had 95% chance of victory and then they flopped. And then Diamador didn't like that. And he pretty much he says, a garbage can gets a steak every now and then. I like that quote. I do. Diamador Lenore is slowly becoming a little cocky. I did the challenge of nothing but Jaguars. Nice, man. Did you like it? Was it fun? Was it entertaining? It could become very it can become tedious. Okay. Not gonna lie to you. Because you're like, okay, every day, okay, is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? It can become, yeah. Hey, Wolfie, we're in trouble. I'm a little concerned. I wouldn't say it's the end of the world, but I'm deaf. Arturo, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, Arturo. I'm a little concerned. I'm not going to lie. Losing to the Rams second string has me a little flustered. Something drastic needs to change. I would lose a lot of faith. That's really hard to say if we lose to the Patriots. Because we can't lose to the Patriots, man. I understand we just lost to the Rams, so that means it's possible we can lose to the Patriots. We can't. That's another downgrade. We can't have that. It seems you stop talking shit. I agree. The Rams beat us. Okay, they deserve a little bit of shit talk here and there. The odds were stacked against them. They deserved it. We deserved the loss. I do agree. We need to back up a little bit. 110% Strawberry. Although Demo has been balling, he has been balling. But it's a team sport, as I'm just to add on to what you're saying, you need to stop talking shit. But yeah, he has been balling. We need to win as a team, though, first. I was sad when the 49ers lost. All of us were, man. It was like my heart was tearing slowly apart at the seams. And I was like picking that shit up, like, no, keep beating. I was so upset. But, we get through it. We keep enjoying the game. We keep watching. We keep fighting. The 49ers have had down starts before and came back and been awesome. So we have to cling to that. But I'm with you when I'm sure that you and I both are concerned. We are concerned. But there is that little bit of bright light. There is a bright light still flickering. It may be a candle, but it's still flickering. So you just got to protect it, All right, so we talked about Diamador Lenore, we talked about Brock Purdy, George Kittle, the injuries, Juwan Jennings, FedEx Player of the Year. Congratulations again. Well-deserved. Greenlaw should be back in mid-season. And then what else do we do? No, that's all the big news that happened today. Oh, and apparently Mike Silver had was interviewing with I don't know if you guys heard about this. I do apologize. I didn't do enough much research on this, but I just want to bring it up so you guys know about it. But apparently Mike Silver had an interview with Mike Shanahan through the beginning of May or June or whatever. And apparently Mike Shanahan just constantly just wanted to talk about Brock Purdy and not Trey Lance. I find that interesting. I find that very interesting. So he interviewed Mike Shanahan, yeah. The Super Bowl window for them has not closed yet. No, I don't think so. I do not think we've closed though. Quite literally, and I'm not trying to make excuses here. I'm just saying, if we had Debo, if we had fully healthy Kittle, if we had a real Trent Williams, if we had the old Brandon Ayuk and all that, we would be fine. The thing is that gives me hope with that is that Brandon Ayuk could still come back and be the same player. He just needs time. It just looks really grim. Trent Williams, I'm a little concerned because he's getting older and that may be taking his toll. It's just really bad timing because he got the extension. But I've seen Trent Williams come back and perform again, so I'm giving him an opportunity and not doubt him too much there. I do not think the window's closed. I don't think the window's closed until, personally, right now, as a 49ers fan, I don't think our window closes until Brock Purdy is done. Because I think Brock Purdy's our franchise quarterback. I think he can win us games. And I'm not trying to use the Rams game as because I don't think it was enough of a challenge to say, hey, he do without the Avengers. But it's safe to say that he can still perform, still play, still throw touchdowns without those Avengers. So there's that. But I would like to see a better test against a better defense that's not ridiculed. Not ridiculed, but like decimated. Before I really kind of like had that confidence, but I do have confidence that Brock Purdy, as long as he's our quarterback and Kyle Shanahan's our head coach, I feel like our Super Bowl window is always open. So that's just my opinion. That's how I feel about that. There have been other stories about Mike and Brock. What is there? Apparently, early in 2022, Mike approached Brock and told him to be prepared because at some point you would get his shot. Awesome. They were prepared, man. They knew he was good. That's good. They're not wrong. They're 110% correct, man. They're 10% correct. They stuck around with them. Larry Krueger's doing backflips when, I'm sure. The 49ers and Ravens are having the same. Yeah, Ravens are weird, man. Ravens are weird. I have a bit of I think you guys may disagree with me on this, but I just think that Lamar is all flash. He's like the AFC Dak Prescott, okay? But he can run. He's a regular season merchant, but then once he hits the playoffs, man, he's just not that guy. And then this week and this year, he seems to be kind of carrying over that playoff performance to now. And yeah, so hopefully for Ravens fans, he can get back to it. Because also Justin Tucker is washed these days, and that's not good. The safety valve has gone there. So yeah, they're dealing with some problems themselves, 110%. His Rams so bad, Caleb Williams should score like 5 TDs. Yeah. None of that. Well, can we do all what do we call Juwan Jennings now? We can't call him 3rd and 1 anymore. Why not? We got baby Marshawn Lynch. We can call him baby Moss. We got baby Marshawn Lynch and Jordan Mason, and then we got baby Moss. Oh, the Bears defense is fantastic. The Bears defense is amazing. They were amazing last year too. They were just they were like 7th, I think they were ranked last year. The Bears defense. They were really underrated and under the radar. People didn't pay attention to them. They're paying attention to Justin Fields and the problems they were having on offense. Cowboys are garbage, Dak. Yeah, here we go. I probably shouldn't do that. It's really loud. You're in trouble. I might fuck up my voice. Actually, I feel like my voice is already cracking doing that. Lamar is great when he can run, but not as great. I don't think so. He doesn't have touch. There's no touch, and that's the problem that I feel like he has. Because you'll notice, like the first game, I watched the first game he was in, and he kept overthrowing receivers left and right, and it was like there was no like drop passes or anything like that. It was all bullet and just go sailing over people. And it's like, dude, what the heck? I've seen him make way better throws than that. It's because he's great on every down. He's great on every down, yeah. Call him baby. We're going to call him Baby Moss. How about that? I like Baby Moss. That's kind of cool. I like that name. All right. We need to jump into he's not a very good deep ball pass. Let's go ahead and jump into the interview because I have not watched it yet. There's no sound. Why is there no sound? Okay, there we go. Bringing up the video. On the stereo. On the play of the radio. And it's all right. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Be sure to like the live, guys. Be sure to share it. If you like the content and you're not subbed already, please sub. And if you do, welcome to the family. And if you like the live, Thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, man. Thank you so much. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Let's go.
Any update from Christian on this trip? Was it helpful?
No update. I'm gonna talk to him.
Is there a chance he won't play this season?
Not that I know of.
I know that you're a big fan of analytics. There's
Sometimes.
An analytic out there about separation win rate for receivers, and Brandon
I can tell already, bro is antsy.
Ayuk is at the top of that list. I'm just wondering whether you're sort of saying the same thing, that he is separating like he's done in the past.
You're saying top isn't separating a lot? Yeah, I definitely think he is. You're saying the analytics matches that? Oh, yeah, I do. We played a lot of zone coverage here in the last couple of weeks. Usually when it's zone, there's not many people around the guys. There's just people underneath. It's about throwing over people. And he's done a good job of man coverage too.
How do you think it's going defensively? Obviously, the stats aren't there. You mentioned guys are getting open deep. We asked you then, is there something structurally that's going wrong here, or how do you circle what's been happening on these?
I mean, I think all three levels have had an issue at times. I think that we played good at times too. I didn't say a lot of guys are getting deep on us. On both of them. It's been twice in 3 games, which were big ones. But when you have the PIs, those are too big of penalties too. But 2 guys have gone by our defense. One just caught us sleeping a little bit, and the other one, I think, was basically yelling 500 and bombing it, and had him in double coverage, and the guy made a hell of a play. But nothing structurally wrong with that, but 2 plays that you would love to have back. But I just think, we've had some new guys in there. We've had moments where we've been strong, but we're not playing up to how we usually do, and we got to make sure to get back to playing that way.
Brandon Staley's role been in these first few games, and could you see this evolving as the season goes?
Evolving in what? His?
Doing more things, doing different things?
No, he does. He works like all the other coaches do, and he's the same as all the other coaches. He's not here to do anything extra than that. That's what you're asking.
For so long, you guys you relied on your front four to generate most of your pass rushes. Without Javon now, especially, do you feel like you have enough there to do that, or do you see maybe adjustments having to be made in terms of?
I mean, you got to have plans for that, and we do when Javon's here. I mean, you would love to always get there with front four. That's the goal. Getting there with 4 and having 7 guys in coverage makes it a lot harder for the offense. But if you can't do that, you got to mix it up. We mixed it up throughout the year. I thought our D-line last week affected the quarterback the most that they had in their 3 games. I thought they had one of their better games, but it's a huge loss losing Javon. Guys going to have to step it up, and when you don't have the rush, then you got to turn to other things schematically.
What does Mayo's defense look like? What's that challenge going to be this week?
It looks very similar to how it's always looked in New England. I mean, there are multiple looks, multiple fronts. They play the run very physically. I mean, I think they're top 5 this year, and last year I think they were top 2. So the way they stop it with their front 7, the way their front players 2 gap, how good their safeties are in tackling, and when they do play man coverage, where they do quite a bit, their secondary is as good as there is at it.
You described in great detail Monday about that busted coverage. Is there enough time in the day for you and the offense to go through all the scenarios on any given play, not only what their defense, what to do against a particular defense, but what to do if there is a bust and how they bust it?
That makes no sense. I'm sorry. You don't go through when people mess up what to do.
I saw that tweet, and I think that was Matt Mayoko, and he asked that question. And I read it too, and I was like, it kind of makes sense, but you kind of worded it weird. Yeah. Oh, shit. I was the wrong button.
That's off schedule is what people call it. And when it happens, you hope people see it.
Fucking 49ers media, dude. Like, bagging on Kyle, dude. I don't think he did anything that bad right now, dude. He hasn't said he looks a little tense, but I think he's just upset from losing 1-2. But I don't think he's said anything bad so far. He's coming. I will give you this. He's coming off a little a little tense. I'll give you that. But he hasn't said anything where I've been like, what the fuck? I haven't been like that yet. So we'll see. So far, he looks tense. That's the only thing I can say about that.
But you don't sit there and make up stuff all week and go through it. Hey, if I make this up, I want to prepare you for what you need to make up at the time. So that would be something that no one would ever do. But
You did mention that I did the right thing.
yeah,
So I mean, you have general rules in place for that kind of stuff.
yeah, when no one's there, like just if they had 10 people on the field and no one lined up over the receiver, you know, we don't want him to just sit there and run a slant. I hope he puts his hand up and runs a go route so he walks into the end zone. And I hope the quarterback's looking that way and sees it. And be the same thing. When a corner's supposed to play deep half and he sits at the line of scrimmage and they have 2 people and you're going to run your route and no one's there, you look up and do the same thing. But that's something that happens in football a lot, happens throughout the games. And that was a big one because it happened at the end. But we just didn't fall into it the right way.
Is that feel and off-schedule play something that you would develop in training camp and that?
No, the other 10 plays that Brock scrambled on and did, those are off-schedule plays like that we did throughout the game. But what you guys are getting at a busted coverage is just, it's way off. Like that's not really part of something it's off-schedule plays that, you know, I think Brock's done a really good job of finding those guys. He didn't find them there.
On Friday, I think John Lynch said that maybe Jacob Cowing is getting ready to get in some action. Maybe time to see some of the things.
Jacob Cowing.
Is that sort of the plan? Do you have a general idea? Okay, let's get a younger player into the game, and then why didn't it happen on Sunday?
Because it wasn't the plan. If there would have been an injury, he would have, but he wasn't ready to do that yet. And so we kept him at palm returner. But you have 5 guys up, so if someone did get hurt, he had to be ready, and then he would have got those reps.
Getting close to being ready for that?
We'll see this week. Nothing's happened here in the last few days. We got practice today, and we'll see how he does. I hope so.
Okay. So he's told why he didn't play last week, which was because Ronnie Bell was ahead of him in the depth chart. And a lot of people don't agree with that, and a lot of people don't have with that. And I agree. I totally agree. That's not smart either. I think as of right now, Jacob Cowing showed way more promise than Ronnie Bell. I had a lot more faith in Jacob Cowing before, like way more than Ronnie Bell. So it does sound to me, if he's saying I hope so, and like he's ready to go, and he can play, because he did say I hope so, he must start. If I see Ronnie Bell out there and not Jacob Cowing, then yeah, that's kind of a big deal. That's a bit of a problem. You can't have the guy out there that dropped the game-winning catch when it hit him right in the hands, and it looked like he didn't even try to catch it. It looked like he just tried pass defense. You know, like he hit the wrong button in Madden or something. You can't have that. So hopefully with what he is saying here, without saying it, is that Jacob Cowing will play and that Ronnie Bell is in the back end. Honestly, I understand the whole, like, we're brotherhood and we got to do what we can to, like, stick together and, you know, get each other's back when things are down. But there comes a point where business needs to come in and be like, look, Ronnie Bell just isn't it. You need to send him to the practice squad and bring up Terrace Marshall. That's what needs to happen. So I do agree that we need to get Jacob Cowing involved. And if I do not see Jacob Cowing out there and I see Ronnie Bell, if I don't see Ronnie Bell and if I don't see Jacob Cowing, fine. But if I see Ronnie Bell out there and I don't see Jacob Cowing at all, that is a problem. That is a problem. So hopefully when he's saying, I hope so, like he's ready and etc., that he might be able to get the reps. That's what he's hinting at without saying like, hey, we're going to give Jacob Cowing the ball. Hopefully. And we'll see it on Sunday if he actually has a plan for Jacob Cowing. And if he doesn't think to himself that after last week that Ronnie Bell needs to sit down and not have any reps, I would have that would be like my first big problem I ever had, like with Kyle Shanahan, and saying like that's a really there's like other moments obviously where I disagree with him. I thought it was a dumb moment, but that would be the next dumb moment, you know, if he were to do that. So yes. Yeah, I mean, like, because obviously I think Connolly is ahead of Jacob Cowing and Ronnie Bell. So, yeah, I agree. He needs to be in the back. He just needs to be cut. Realistically, he just needs to be cut. Tyler Helton, the coolest Chiefs fan around. What's up, brother? Welcome to the stream, bro. Welcome to the stream. Salute to you. Hey, 49ers Mia. Bell should also not get more reps. Yep. Salute to everyone in chat. Salute. I bet Bell gets cut when Pearsall comes off. Ooh. Ooh, that's okay. I like it. I like it. I like that. I like that. How not playing rookies is so stupid because other teams have played teams, but okay. So I know that Strawberry was a big fan of Bell, and I know obviously for me you're not a big fan of Bell, but I actually liked Bell and I actually believed in him, and I think he needed the chance to prove himself. After I understand he was the best player the year before, but I thought he had the potential. He needed to prove what he could do this year, and I feel like this was his chance to prove himself, and he came up short. So. And I do think Ronnie Bell does have a more of a vet claim in that situation where it's like, hey, we just drafted this guy last year. He showed some promise. He did show some promise. He did catch a touchdown last year. But to just throw your rookies out there, I know that it's exciting and we want to see our rookies, but I disagree with just throwing rookies out there. And that may be a minority opinion here, but I don't think it's smart to just throw them out there. With Ronnie Bell and the way he's playing, yes. Put Jacob Cowling out there. Yes. He's the next guy up. Put him out there. But I'm not for just throwing rookies out there. That's never been my thing. Even if I liked a rookie and I really want to see what he does and how he performs, just like in Madden, when you draft a player, you want to see how they perform. You really want to start from the start because you want to give them that experience. But I think in football, there's a lot more variables than just that. And that's just my opinion on that one. Juwan won FedEx Air Grand Player of the Year. Yes, he did. He won. He is dope. He is the first 49ers player. Sorry, first 49ers or NFL history? NFL history. FedEx player. He won 10 plus receptions, 3 touchdowns in a game in NFL history. Last player to do it was Sean Jennings. Well, technically it was Jerry Rice. I like Bell last year, but he regressed. Yeah, he's done, dude. I don't know why he's even on here. I just walked off my new job. My goal is I'm starting streaming different things like gaming and topics as the end of the year. Hopefully you built a foundation and you just didn't quit. Oh, you're just off work. Okay, thank God. I was like, you did just quit to do streaming, bro. You need to. I was like, you need to feel. Yeah, I'd be concerned, man. I was like, I believe in you, but damn. Wolfie, did you see the 49ers sign Shaquille Brown to practice? Well, I did. That's cool. I'm not really. I mean, we need D tackle with Hargrave out, but I don't think Shaquille Brown's a reinforcements. So, but we need it. So I'm not against it. Hopefully we can. Man, we are in such a rut. That just thinking about because I was just about to say we need to trade for a D tackle. And then the first thing came to mind, we need to trade for a right tackle. We need to trade for a center. We need to fix the defense. We need to everything was just starting to flow in. We need to, just I started giving myself, all right, let's finish this video. Let's get out of here.
Sense of where
Let's finish
Ricky
this video.
is psychologically, emotionally, and whether he would be a viable possibility to play after this week.
I'm not exactly sure the timeline, but I know he's getting a lot healthier. Seems great when I talk to him, but that's something you could ask him.
What are you emphasizing with the special teams units this week, and are you going to pay closer attention to them?
I mean, I got a lot of confidence in Brian. I mean, he's sick about some of these plays that have happened here this last couple of weeks.
That has to be word salad. Please tell me you're just sick. I wish he can just tell me this, but there's no way, dude, you're going to tell me that you have confidence in him, man. I'm trying not to take it to heart because he has to tell reporters shit. He has to stand up for his team. He can't just be like, well, he was shit. He sucked. Okay. But hearing it, though, is no, he wasn't, dude. He was not good.
We're just trying to be on every detail.
There's no reason to have
like we
confidence.
try to every week. But yeah, we can't have these 2 mistakes. You know, I thought
There
we
it
ran
is.
it bad.
There it
I
is.
didn't think we had the right look on the fake punt.
Yeah, there
As
it is.
far as with the block punt and stuff, it's just going back to technique, coaching guys up on that better, who are in that for the first time, and making sure they can continue to get better so it doesn't happen again.
Kyle, do you sleep a little bit easier this week knowing Bill Belichick isn't on the opposing sideline when the Patriots are here?
I mean, I don't really think about that stuff much. Just watching them on tape, they look like a real good team, and I know we're gonna have a huge challenge for us.
I know Kyle Juszczyk is a big part of your offense, but what does he bring that maybe we don't see?
Just the threat of a fullback out there all the time. We're in a lot of 11 formations, so people like to go nickel defense to defend one back formations. But when you have a fullback on the field at any time, there's a threat of I formation. So defense have to count for that. And there's some things that you do on one back that aren't very sound versus 2 backs. So sometimes it can limit the looks we get and things like that.
It's been asked by analysts and discussed by former players, analysts that, can the Niners right the ship and kind of survive with all the injuries that you have right now? I just want to know, what are you kind of talking to the team about it? Is that a overarching feeling between the guys? Can we survive with all of these injuries, or are you guys kind of
injuries?
I mean, every time you have injuries, everyone knows it makes it tougher, but people have injuries throughout the league, and you got to be able to overcome those. I felt we had every chance to win on Sunday, despite some of our injuries. So I felt we should have been 2-1, but we found a way to lose that, which is completely on us. And when you lose games that you believe you should have won, it makes it that much harder, injuries or no injuries. So I don't look into that to really why we lost. We had every opportunity to win that, and we made some mistakes that cost us. And that's what I hope we learn from. Not think about who we were missing. I thought we did some things that was good enough to win, but doing things that just good enough to win doesn't always guarantee you win. And you got to make sure you do it all the way to the end. And sometimes it's who can do right longer. And we didn't finish that to the end. And I don't think that has anything to do with injuries.
No excuses on the injuries front. That's what I like to hear, man. That's what I like to hear.
About the run defense.
No excuses.
Where does Javon?
You should have won that game.
Injury kind of fall into that. Who do you need to see step up on the inside?
It makes it tougher. I mean, when you have 4 inside guys up.
Got some comments before I jump to the point. Okay. Who do you think we put on 53 once Hargrave goes on IR? Probably the guy we put on practice squad, Shaquille Brown, probably. That's really just on the top of my head. It's the only thing I think of, really, because I don't know other D tackles we've ever had or ever looked at or ever cut that we could pick up again. I mean, Evan Anderson, is he on another team? Is he available? Is he on the practice squad, or I think he is. He's on the practice squad, right? Yeah. Okay. Thanks, media. Appreciate that. Yeah, he's on the practice squad. That's what I thought. I want to thank you. Yeah. So maybe like Evan Anderson or Shaquille Brown, something like that. That'd be kind of cool to see. Hopefully, Evan Anderson can be a DJ Jones, and he learned a few things in practice, because we could use it right now. That's just me being optimistic. Okay. Maybe he became DJ Jones over a few practice reps. Who do you think? Side note, Kareem Hunt is signing to the main roster. Chiefs. I bet my money on 49ers to beat the Pats. Let's go, man. We got that Kansas City Chiefs magic. Tyler was like, let me hand you some Chiefs magic. Appreciate it. Special teams is trash and it's been bad every year since Kyle's been. Yeah, it's been fucking terrible, dude. This year in particular is starting off so badly. It is so bad right now. People get mad when keepers throw on the bus, but then freak out when it's a double-edged sword, man. There's people that have to have that half. There's people that need their news to be their cup half empty. All right. There's some people that look at it, the cup being actually full, but some people need that cup to be half empty and they look for it. And that's what happens. It's like, what do you want? And is that happening? But yeah, that's a good answer. Not making excuses. Yeah. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Hit that sub if you like the content. Like if you like the live. We're a family here, man. We're a community. I try to get the comments. Let your voice be heard. I respect Kai. He's a good coach. I want to give him more flowers than you got Brock Purdy and all players. Even a Simple Lives Championship, the only thing is a 49ers. Appreciate it, man. Coolest Chiefs fan. Straight up. Interesting. Everett Anderson's on the practice squad because I don't know another D tackle. T.Y. McGill. Actually, that I take all that back. Not it. Nope. T.Y. McGill probably takes that spot. Can't beat Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl that nightmare. Fort Myers says, gotcha. Yeah, so I guess those are my options. I can't really think of another D tackle. Like, who's a free agent D tackle out there? D tackle free agents. Walter Football says, no, you're showing me the wrong thing. Wrong thing. All right, and tracker. D tackle, D line free agents. Hassan Ridgeway, old Brian Miller, Al Woods, Tyler Alu, no. Dude, that's gross. There's no options, man. There's no options, bro. We're screwed. All right, let's finish this video. I got questions for how you guys can pay Brock Purdy next year if he's a rookie deal. How many pass picks next year? We have they're going to most likely backload Brock Purdy's contract. We have 150. The last time I checked, and this was after Brandon Ayuk's contract and after Trent Williams' contract. The last time I checked, we were like 150 something million in 2027. So most likely they're going to backload Purdy's contract into that year. So probably like 50 million. Because you got to keep in mind that the Eagles are already doing that. The Eagles are backloading Jalen Hurts' contract and other players' contracts into 2027. Because right now, the Eagles have like somewhere around just $100 million in cap space in 2027 as of right now in projection. So, and the 49ers have 155 million. So they're probably saving that money for Brock Purdy's money next year. So that's probably how they're going to do it. I know. No, I disagree. They have like 50 million cap space, and they will actually be able to roll over that too as well. Because the number I was looking at, I don't think showed. Because I think if you go over the cap, it doesn't show you the rollover cap space because it's not. Because I think you have to do it the day before your season ends. So like if you didn't make the playoffs, you have to say, hey, this is my cap space, and I like to roll it over. You have to file a document or a report of some kind saying, hey, I want to roll over. So I don't think it's official, and I don't think they actually accounted for it and over the cap. So you're right, Strawberry. That's why I think. I don't know for a fact. I tried doing research, and I could not find over the cap telling me whether or not they counted for rollover. So, all right, let's finish this video. Let's finish this video.
On your roster, and then you go down to 3. It always makes it tougher to stop the run, but we got guys on practice squad that we need. We'll see how that works out as this week goes. And you got to think of other fronts too and stuff that we got to do at times. So a lot of stuff plays into that. And, Javon, whether it's run game or pass game, it makes it harder.
We save $20 million if we cut him next year after June 1st.
When you watch the film and some of our penalties, when you watch a film, are there any common denominators that you can point to as why you guys are giving up the verticals?
One was a post. And we got to stay on top. Our quarter, they got us in quarters where the quarter safety has the underneath thing, and the corner's got to stay on top. And he didn't, so they got by us. And Stafford's got a hell of an arm and aired it out. On the next one is what I said earlier. We had double coverage on a really good player, and they just bombed it. And he made a good play. So,
is that what happened though? Is that what happened though?
I don't think you've ever said.
Is it because you had 2 safeties on him?
I don't think you've ever told me a question like doesn't.
I'm trying. I'm trying to figure out what he's talking about.
When we have a busted question, are we supposed to just run to it?
That's all. That was my statement.
What is happening?
Brock had 10 runs. I realized at least two of those were quarterback sneaks. But is that? Usually he doesn't scramble that much. Is that probably a couple reasons for it? But is it partly a function of him not having all his guys, normal guys out there?
No, I think you got a lot of 3-man rushes. When you have a 3-man rush, usually that's the number one thing. You stay in the pocket and try to buy time. And once they eventually get you out of the pocket, you have 8 guys looking at you, and you break to get someone to come up to open people up. And if they stay in coverage, then you take what you can get. A couple times, he jumped the cadence a couple times and he had to just get up in there and break out. But I think, with the number being so high, I think it had to do with a few quarterback sneaks and a number of 3-man rushes. And then the typical 3 times that it happens other plays. All right, guys.
All right, guys, I'm Batman. I'm out of here. I don't know why I did that. I don't. I'm just acting stupid right now. All right. So that was Kyle Shanahan and his presser. I didn't think it was that bad. I do hope that we see Jacob Cowing. No, as 49ers media is concerned, was like, hey, I want to see him out there. I do too. Enough with Ronnie Bell. It's time to have whatever Ronnie Bell was running, put Jacob Cowing in there. Enough with the Ronnie Bell experience. I promise you, dude, there's going to be boos if Ronnie Bell walks out there. There's going to be boos. And then Chris Connolly obviously is going to be out there as well. Be the third wide receiver. Who's it? Juwan Jennings. I get third wide receiver. So I had these media football check, man. They're so weird. I want to become a sports reporter, but it looks like a fun job. Yeah, it looks fun. It's something I wish I got into in high school and stuff like that. That would be kind of cool. But I mean, yeah, man, pursue your dreams, dude. If this is something you love to do, it's possible. I know there's some people who turn 20-something years old or whatever. They get into it. It's not too late for them. So if it's your dream of yours, man, follow it. You got to make sacrifices, dude. Like that's the only thing I tell you, man. You're gonna make sacrifices for it, though. But once you get it, you'll be able to reap the rewards. You know what I mean? But you know that because you're smart. You know that. Cowing went to my college, so I want him to play badly, dude. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Trust. I have faith, and I need you to have faith. Jacob Cowing is going to get the ball at some point. If not next week, the week after that. I'm calling it now. You're going to see him catch a ball, and you're like, that's my guy. And I'm going to be like, 49ers, that's 49ers media's guy, dude. That's what I'm going to be like. At least Kittle might be back since he was limited today. Exactly. That's good news. If he's limited today, there's a good potential that he will be ready. If he did not practice today and then he was limited on a Friday, I would be concerned. Okay, he's probably not playing. But if he's limited and he's fine, we need him out there. Even if he can't run posts, if he's a little bit hurt, have him block. Have him help block. If he is not capable of doing it right now and he's actually a little bit injured and he's playing hurt, and you feel like if he would run out routes like that at full speed, it would get him hurt, don't do that. But if he can block, I kind of want to see that because we need protection because McKivitz was not the man, dude. Was not the man. You sent me an email. Oh, I'll check it. I'll do that. I'll do that right after the stream. I'll check it out. What's your favorite player on the wide receivers on the 49ers? Right now, it's Juwan Jennings. Before the Ayuk drop-off, I think honestly it was Juwan Jennings. I like Ayuk. Prior to this year, I've always liked Ayuk. He was elite at route running. He was elite at blocking. He did all the work, but a lot of 49ers fans did not like me when I said this because it was like my least liked video. I thought Ayuk had mid hands, and I was never impressed with his hands ever. I always thought it was good. I thought he had okay hands. He was just really good at separation. He was just really good at getting to the point and having a connection with Brock Purdy. Every pass is like right in the breadbasket or in his general catch radius. I think last year I counted 3 catches. I watched all Ayuk's catches and only like 3 of them were like, whoa, dude. So, yeah. Player, what's your favorite wide receiver, not 49ers? He said not on 49ers. Oh. Not on 49ers? Oh, man. It's kind of sad that I'm thinking about this because I never really thought my favorite wide receiver is Jerry Rice. So that's a bit of a cop-out to some, but he just is. I can't do anything about that. I guess I really like Megatron. I think Megatron is outstanding. I thought he was an outstanding player. I watched his entire career. He was amazing, did amazing things. I believe he broke a record he's Megatron. It'd probably be Megatron. He's insanely good. He retired sadly too soon because the Lions were wasting him. Sadly, but it would have to be him. If not Megatron, it's Larry Fitzgerald. Love Larry Fitzgerald. Class act, never a diva, stood up for his team, and he performed. Dude was outstanding. A true role model for wide receivers is Larry Fitzgerald. I love him for that. He's a great guy. Scott Lacrosse Jr., welcome to the stream. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, fam. Mine is Justin Jefferson, rightfully so. Dude's a beast. He takes over games, and he won games with Nick Mullins at quarterback single-handedly, man. Nick Mullins, quite literally last year, was just like, fuck it. Justin Jefferson's down there somewhere. I'm not even kidding. I can't even tell you how many times, okay, he's somewhere in this corner. I'm going to throw it. That's all Nick Mullins did, dude. He's such a good wide receiver. That's a good one. Yours is Julio Jones. Great one. Great one. Absolute stud. Dude was like a I don't want to say running back, but he looked like a train with speed. Dude was a stud, made amazing catches. Yeah. Julio's a good one. Randy Moss, stud. Absolute stud. Absolute stud. We got to feel Randy Moss last when we got it from Baby Moss, Juwan Jennings. Baby Moss out there reminded me of Randy Moss. Yeah. Randy Moss is a good wide receiver. He's dope, dude. Class. I think how many touchdowns is he? He has the most touchdowns, right? 22 or something like that with Tom Brady, 2007. Press. Something like that. All right. We got 46 minutes left. Do we have time to watch the interviews? Let's just watch Brandon Ayuk's interview because that's the one I want to watch the most. And it's only 3 minutes long. I want to see what Brandon Ayuk has to say about his performance. Randy Moss, also known as Juwan Jennings. Yes. Reincarnate, yeah. All right. Let me bring up the interview. I just want to watch the Brandon Ayuk one, and then we'll get out of here. Make sure to bring it up. Boop. Boop. All right. And there we go. Look at that face. I got paid lots of money. Look on his face.
Receivers are getting open, and you're at the very top of the list. I mean, do you feel like you're separating getting open at the same rates that you've been in previous seasons?
You said I'm at the top of the list?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you definitely are at the top.
What you gonna say? What you gonna say?
I mean, I'm not.
You feel like you get separation?
Yeah.
Brandon, what does this offense have to do to?
What was that? What was that? Bro's like, okay, I gotta be very careful about what I say.
Compensate for the losses of the three guys who weren't out there last week and just continue moving forward.
Just keep working, keep building.
What do you think of Juwan's game?
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Did you anticipate him getting that much action going into it, figuring you might draw stuff and he might get open and benefit that way?
Not necessarily, but nonetheless, it was pretty cool.
But when he had a big game in the Super Bowl also, so after losing both games, you kind of understand like the frustrations where he's probably coming from.
Yeah.
Do you sense that team's defense is playing you any different this season through 3 games?
A little bit different. They just know what we want to do, what we like to do. Me and Purdy especially. So just, yeah.
How do you work through that?
Longest response he's given.
Practice today. Trying to get in different spots, getting different looks. Working through that today.
Does that open things up for other guys, you think?
I think we all open stuff up for each other depending on.
Strawberry, you said it, man. Hey, Brandon, what do you think of the other wide receivers going off while you didn't? And what makes you how do you feel about the fact that you were getting the most separation by far by the other receivers and not getting the ball? Dude's getting tough questions. I'm not gonna lie to you. but he's you can tell the wheels are turning like, okay. And he's balancing like, should I say this? Should I say this? Would this cross the line? Would people say this much out of context? The dude seems broken. He seems broken. Like, he doesn't have as much confidence. I don't know if it's confidence either. It's like his aura is gone. Like, I can't describe it. It's not confidence. It's something else. It's like he's cagey. He's cagey. The Sports L, come on, Sports Report, give him a good answer. Yeah, they're asking tough questions to be it, and they do call. Yeah, they're asking some tough questions for him. Like, yeah, you could totally tell he's not in the mind frame to be answering these questions right now. He's not in the mindset to do it. I feel like Ayuk has never really liked talking to me. Yeah, I never thought so too, but it was never so. There was a nuance to his responses, right? But like here, it seems so cagey and like not as vocal, and he's not even doing his twisty thing that he normally does when he talks, like as much.
Where we're at,
there it is,
on certain plays. So, yeah.
Since that about Christian Gonzalez.
I gotta watch him.
You know what? It's no, never mind.
Brandon, talk when you signed your extension, the pressure comes with it. I'm sure you're aware of people like these numbers, these aren't Brandon numbers. Do you feel pressure? I mean, I'm sure you feel pressure all the time. Is it different right now?
A little. It's different for sure, different. But anybody who's watched 49ers football for the last 4 years, probably maybe besides last year, not much different.
Can you go back to the last play last game? It just looked like you got hit in the back of the head and took exception to that, or over the Rams celebration. What went on down there?
I didn't think the hit was anything. It was just frustration after the game. It was just a little extra, but yeah.
Did you think for a split second that crazy play?
Yeah, especially watching the tape, we had a chance.
Get whatever back.
Okay, he's starting to warm up a little bit towards the end there, but yeah, he's not making excuses either. Like, he's not bitching and complaining. I like that. I like that there's on the bright side, he's not being CeeDee Lamb, getting paid and bitching, complaining. But at the same time, we are getting a awkward Ayuk though. Like, it's cool that he's not causing problems, but it's not cool because there's problems. Excuse me. The vibes just feel weird with the team. Yeah. Wheel has to know that fans talk shit. He has to know, especially if he has TikTok. And I'm not trying to talk shit about his wife because I truly don't know what she is, but clearly she's involved too. So it's like she probably comes back and says, hey, this, and his family are involved too, from what I've seen. Yeah, he's got to hear the backlash and stuff, and that he's not the same player. But I mean, but there's a thing though, like, he needs to get behind the fact that he got paid $30 million because he is a good receiver. He needs to get behind that as soon as possible. He needs to get behind the fact that we paid him because we know he's a good receiver, regardless of what these fans are yelling about. But you are right. A lot of fans are probably coming at him, and we're all human. We are all human. We can be strong, we can do our things, but there's always slights are never fun. And especially when the narrative that they're running isn't being squashed at all, it would hurt. It will hurt anybody. So hopefully he can come back and he become the same player and he can squash those narratives and just come back and shut everyone up. That's literally the only thing he can do. But if he continues to drop the ball he's doing and Brock Purdy's not getting that connection that's going, it's going to be a long season for our man. Long season for him. I love him. He was playing at Arizona State. Yeah. A lot of people are a big fan of Arizona State. There's a lot of Arizona State fans out there. There's the shoulder movie we're talking about. Yep. He's a beast in college, without a doubt. What do you think about CMC going to Germany? We retired at the age he is bad news. I think personally, a doctor could tell him, hey, you could burst your Achilles and never be able to play again. CMC will still go out there and take that chance. I'm not kidding. He's that type of player that he'll be like, okay, well, I guess I'll keep playing until that happens. I'll do whatever I can to protect it. But if it happens, it happens. He just seems like that type of player. So it's possible that he could be told that, hey, this is a serious Achilles injury. It's not as simple as you tearing it. Your body is not recovering the way it should be right now. So that means if you tear your Achilles again, it might not be the same. You might not be able to recover, and your feet not be the same. So I don't know yet. I don't know the variables too much, but on the top of my head, you can count on CMC being out there until he tears his Achilles. And I'm not saying I want him out there, but that's just the vibe I get from CMC. All the people speculating about CMC retiring just needs something to talk about. It's a bit ridiculous. Yeah, it's we need more definitive answers and stuff like, hey, he needs to retire from this. It's not like he has a concussion. It's not like a Tua situation where he's constantly getting concussions from just basic ass tackles. You know what I mean? CMC is getting older. Like 49ers media has said that 28 is old for a running back. So it's possible that this is just his time, but those are all assumptions based on him not recovering well from an Achilles tear. Not a tear, but Achilles tendonitis. So, but again, he's not going to stop playing until he physically cannot run. I know that for a fact. There's no way, dude. How much you guys pay him? $17 million. Yeah, we paid him a lot. That the Madden curse is real, y'all. It is real. What were the chances? When did this happen? I'm pretty sure it happened August 6th was the last time, is when he came back to practice. Then he hurt his calf or something, and then he hurt his Achilles August 6th. He signed that shit in June. Bro, he's so obsessed with playing. He's doing whatever he can to get back on the field. That's something to contemplate retirement. Yeah, that is definitely something to knock on. He will do. Yeah. I'll just repeat myself, but you know what I mean. Kyle could have stopped this from happening if he could have played Jordan Mason last year, maybe a rotation. But the thing is, he didn't hurt his leg until August of this year. You know, it's not like it's a carryover injury. I do agree that Jordan Mason or more running backs in general should have been in there, and hopefully Kyle Shanahan has learned from his lesson. From a lot of people who apparently know him, say he won't learn from his lesson, but we'll see. We did see Garendo out there a lot more than I thought we would. If CMC was out there, I promise you we would not have saw Garendo. But yeah, as I said, but I do agree. We can't be running to the ground anymore. He's 28, Achilles tear, not Achilles, but he got Achilles issues. Yeah, you're risking his Achilles be playing before he retire. Yeah, but still, he has gotten so much run. Yeah, his tires are wearing out. Clearly, his tires are wearing out. But again, CMC that'll just go through one ear and out the other, 110%. Who feels Dobbs beat out Allen for the number 2 job? What do you think Kyle gave it to Allen? I feel it. I thought Dobbs. I was pro Dobbs. I think Strawberry was like, nah, dude, it's Allen trust. And I was like, nah, dude, you're hella wrong, bruh. It's Dobbs. It was Allen. I was kind of shocked by that. I'm not gonna lie. But I think Strawberry and I think 49ers media too as well were for Allen. But I thought Dobbs too. I'm Dobbs Club. Hey, telepathic fist bump, brother. We're Dobbs Club. We're Patriots Club. I agree with you saying CMC would play even though he would have not told not to. He said before week 1 that he has no doubt that he played, but he didn't. Exactly. He would just do whatever he can do. Less wear and tear, maybe for us. Yeah, I was shocked, Joe, too. Care because Dobbs doesn't operate the offense. He just runs around and makes plays. Yeah, that's true. Allen runs the offense like Kyle wants it. Honestly, I don't think either can win us games. Fair assessment. So, all right, I think that's everything. We watched the interview. We didn't watch all of the interviews, but obviously the biggest one that we actually, I don't know about you guys, but I just wanted to watch Ayuk and see what he had to say. That was awkward. That was weird, but you could tell towards the end of the interview, he started to get a little comfortable. Started being himself. Started getting a little bit longer answers. But for the tough questions, man, he was like, bro, I just got here and you just got here and you're asking me that shit? Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, hello to you too, man. Like, that was some not decisive, but divisive questioning right there. So I don't blame Ayuk for stopping and being like, okay, what do I say? And stop and think before he spoke there. I do appreciate that from Ayuk, but you could tell the awkwardness was like, okay, What? So, all right. Well, some last questions here. Last comments before we get out of here. I need saying that 49ers need trust everyone like coach and directors and GM stay humble for 49ers. Hit that like Papa J made it to the stream at the butt end of it all. Not like that though, but you know what I mean? Fans, yeah, humble 45 fans. When I use Dobbs in the same way the Saints use Taysom Hill. Can he catch? Can he catch? Is he like that though? Does he ball like that? I don't know. If he balls like that, sure, do it. I'm not against that. If he could do all the things Taysom Hill does, then yeah, do it. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. All right, guys. Gotta get out of here. 1 hour mark. I gotta make dinner. It is tri-tip. Shit takes forever to cook. All right. Thank you, Papa J, for jumping up in here. You're awesome, man. Good to see you. I hope you're loving your mountains vacation. Tyler Helton, coolest Chiefs fan around. Awesome. Niners for life. Appreciate you jumping in, man. Hope to see you next live. 49ers Media. Awesome as always, dude. And I'll get to your email. Strawberry Rex. Straight up coming with the facts. And I did not mean to rhyme there. That was just coincidence. I'm probably going to say that every time I say goodbye now. Karen Hardy, welcome to the stream. And I hope you subbed. And welcome to the family if you did. All right, who else did I miss? Karen Strawberry, well done. I think Scott Lacrosse. He usually does like a drive-by comment. That's very common of him. Good to see you, brother. Hope to see you next. My voice is cracking so bad you can hear it. Okay, so what else we got? I think it's everyone. And Nixa. Good to see you, brother. I think he's a Ravens fan. Arturo. The bigger this family becomes, man, it's just going to be harder to do, dude. All right, that's everybody. Thank you to everyone who jumped in here. Thank you to everyone who liked this live. You guys are awesome. You guys support this channel. You guys make the channel what it is. Thank you so much from the bottom of my 49ers heart. To everybody who watches this later, sub if you like the content, okay? Like if you like the live. All love, family, and I'll see you next video.